Hello, this is Kristen Deary, and my video presentation is on first generation college students' disadvantages. Why I chose my topic? I chose my topic because I am a first generation college student and I've had many struggles with higher education and navigating, along with being an adult learner and those challenges as well. I also wanted to learn more about first generation college students and who else is affected and what the other people face as their challenges as well. And I do see that there is still a need to address the challenges and struggles that first generation college students face. This leads me to my research question. What are the disadvantages that first generation college students face, and how can community colleges help these students navigate these challenges? My thesis is first generation college students are a vulnerable population of students that experience many disadvantages compared to other students. They often do not know how to navigate the system, and they often do not know that they have resources available to assist them. They also often have family obligations that eventually interfere with their desires to continue their education. Because these students are so vulnerable and struggle with disadvantages, they often drop out of college during their first year. Community colleges have many resources and programs that do assist first generation students, but I think that we are still missing an opportunity to assist these students when they first sign up. So what is a first generation college student? Majority of this information here I did find with assistance from Fresno City Library, who sent me a website article by firstgen.naspa.org. The term first generation was created in the 1960s and was used to determine who was eligible for federally funded programs. Most of these students come from disadvantaged backgrounds. First generation students are students who come from families in which their parents did not earn a degree in higher education. These students are basically the first in their family to attend higher education. Ultimately, the term first generation implies the possibility that students may lack the critical cultural capital necessary for college success because their parents did not attend college. While first generation students are often quite academically skilled and contribute in many ways to a campus community, navigating the tangled web of college policies, procedures, jargon, and expectations can be a challenge. Some statistics on demographics and first generation college students. This information I was able to find on a website called PNPI with the assistance from Fresno City College librarian. Among all undergraduate students enrolled in the 2015-2016 academic year, the S Department of Education classified 37% of white, 37% Latino, 19% African American, and 8% of Asian American undergraduate students as first generation students. First generation students tend to be older than their peers and were more likely to have dependents. The median age for first generation students was 23 compared to the median age of 21 for students whose parents had at least a bachelor's degree. 34% of first generation students were over age 30 compared to 17% of students whose parents had at least a bachelor's degree. And according to the NCES 2017, 78% of first generation students were native English speakers in 2012. The last sentence here is just something I have looked at through all my research. What I found is majority of students who either have parents that are undocumented or are undocumented themselves as well make up the majority of the most vulnerable groups of first generation college students. First generation struggles and disadvantages. A lot of this information I was able to find in my two academic journals. Students that I've spoken through San Jose City College and a coworker of mine. So these struggles and disadvantages include lack of financial resources, not knowing how to navigate the school system, less academically prepared, family emergencies, stress, illness, a lack of interest, interference with work-related responsibilities, not knowing about school resources, adult learner responsibilities, having to support family or siblings, not being able to be involved in support programs due to rigorous requirements. So some support programs offered by community colleges and specific programs at Fresno City College. Majority of this information I obtained off of Fresno City College website and San Jose City College. So a couple of these resources are Upward Bound. It is a pre-college trio program. It is designed to assist low-income and first-generation college-bound students to further their education beyond high school. Upward Bound provides assistance in acquiring the academic skills and motivation necessary to succeed in high school and transition into college. Dream Center. Fresno City College Dream Center's mission is to provide information, support, resources, and academic counseling to new and continuing migrant students in overcoming challenges and assisting students in the completion of their educational goals in a safe, confidential environment. And EOPS offers personalized academic counseling and advising, as well as financial assistance to qualified students. So many colleges offer summer bridge programs. This one is specifically from San Jose City College. It provides first-year students with financial support, counseling, textbook rentals, and mentorship needed to successfully complete 60 units in their first 2 years at SJCC. The Bridge program provides an opportunity for students to begin their first year of college by completing a college-level course during summer while learning to navigate college life. Students continue their experience through the San Jose Promise program with a team of counselors, instructors, and peers to guide them beyond the first year of college through transfer and graduation. So how can we better support first generation and low income students? This information I had gotten from an ed.gov blog post from the web. So they state here that supporting and helping students fill out FAFSA so they do not miss out on money that they are eligible for, making sure students receive adequate support with understanding on financial aid offers, working on retaining students, organize mentorship programs during high school and college, provide more informational workshops about financial aid early and regularly, and improving accessibility and increase awareness of school resources, which I think is the most important support that students can get that I have noticed in my research. So my conclusion throughout my research with the help of my sources, I noticed how many first generation students do not even know about resources available to them. So even though community colleges have resources, many students are missing out on these resources, which causes first generation students to struggle on their own. I think that there could be an opportunity to address this when students first submit their applications. On the application, there should be an option to select to notify the college that they have an incoming first generation student, and from there, a care coordinator or counselor or somebody would be able to reach out to the student and assist them with setting up campus tours, scheduling guidance, counselor appointments, directing to resources and programs, and then reaching out periodically to make sure the student is doing well and doesn't need any additional support. It's important to finally note that colleges are not able to always assist with certain challenges that students face. A lot of times, if there is some sort of family emergency or if they're having to care for siblings, these are things that not always college campuses can address at this time. So my list of sources were firstgen.naspa.org, academic journals that I found in EBSCOhost, pnpi.org, ed.gov blog post, Fresno City and San Jose City College website. And I did interview a friend of mine who is also my coworker who just finished her master's program. Her name is Ana Castillo, and she is a first generation college student and does come from immigrant parents. So I used her as a resource.